We're in a critical situation here in Mercersburg. We've been in a boil water situation several times already this year due to the low volume. If the water plant goes down, or we have a major water break, or they have a big fire, our tank's going to go dry. It's a hardship for the authority and the customers because we've hauled $300,000 worth of water already this year, and we're only in the second month of the year. So it is very critical. And this is spring, this is supposed to be the wet time of the year. I'm looking for another drought this summer, and I think it's going to get very interesting. And that Park Avenue well and project is very, very important to this town.
The Park Avenue water plant project started conceptually many years ago. The authority has been in a long running effort to find additional water sources, additional capacity for the water system. Initially, I was part of the original feasibility study for the Water Authority. Ultimately, we were able to settle in on Park Avenue well, which is on the same site as two previously existing wells. We were able to determine that that particular location was a good, valid location. There was plenty of capacity. There was a good, strong aquifer. It does, however, require treatment for nitrates and removal of those nitrates. So the feasibility study at that point in time strongly recommended that the authority move forward on a new well on that same site and a treatment plant and storage tank to go along with it. After the feasibility study, JHA picked it up and ran with it with the permitting, the stormwater management, the design. The permitting went very smoothly. We were able to work it through bidding and award of the bid and the start of construction. JHA is monitoring the project. They are working with both contractors, monitoring the construction progress, effectively making sure that the project stays on schedule, which is very important. We want this to stay on schedule. The sooner it gets done and gets placed into service, the quicker the authority gets to that comfort level as far as capacity goes.
The water in the valley has high levels of nitrate, which is a problem for infants. They can't metabolize it correctly. That brings out blue baby syndrome. So the nitrate needs to be removed in order to protect the health of the community and to comply with regulations. So we developed a dual ion exchange system that provided partial softening and complete removal of the nitrate. The existing water tank, you have to leave quite a bit of water in the water tank in order to address the chlorine contact time that DEP requires to maintain public safety. The new water tank, we're filling it a different way to maintain the chlorine contact time by a serpentine pipe, which will allow much more of the volume of the tank to be usable to meet high flow demands in the community, such as opening fire hydrants.
JHA was instrumental in the funding and the financing of the project. JHA worked in coordination with another company called GMS to work through multiple funding and financing opportunities, and ultimately the final funding organization being Penvest, which does also require a lot of administrative work. And all of those components JHA is taking care of on behalf of the authority for the financing organization.
JHA handles the paperwork for the Penvest financing. They're in constant contact with the office here and the authority to make sure the construction draws are correct and change orders are correct. Pete's been very, very efficient with his part of it. When we need information, he's very efficient with that, so we're happy with him.
It's very striking that they are taking a long-term view of what's best for the community and persevering through a number of obstacles. Municipal water supply and treatment projects need to comply with many different regulations to ensure safe drinking water. These projects take many years to get through approvals and to secure funding. Requirements like Buy American add costs as well. I'm very glad finally to see this project get through the funding and the regulatory constraints and to very soon be providing the water that the community needs.